But I do. The one and only Cool R7, the Chi-Town Don, AJ Sam, we are in the building. Welcome to the KKC show.
Yes.
We got a great show for y'all today. It is going down. Hashtag what? Basement, man. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked and tuned right here. We got special guest HailRazor in the building.
If you don't know who HailRazor is, you better go on Facebook right now.
Go on Facebook.
I tell y'all, if we say a name,
exactly.
Go on the book, click his name, and they'll tell you what he does. We got our man's HailRazor today.
In the building, yes. In the building, bringing that black awareness to y'all. Y'all need to learn something. Diplomat as well. And no, I ain't talking about the diplomat from the rap group. Y'all love the millennial. They probably don't even know that though.
No jewels.
Wait,
right.
What you call them though?
Millennials.
You said it bogus the first time.
Don't be.
But
I know you ain't talking. You was just at the other place.
I know I was messing up.
Sounding like Daffy Duck.
But I'm clear today.
No, just a little while ago. We got HailRazor in the building. We got a great show for y'all, man. Jay Prince is yet again, man, speaking out there, man, letting people know that, hey, Pusha T, be easy. Tell you better leave that man alone. That boy with the mob, man. Diddy. We got
people shopping in already?
Man.
Do you have it set up?
Okay, see, first of all, don't be interrupting me when I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's set up, man. I know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing?
Yeah, man. Just like I'm finna open the door and I know how to close that mother.
Right,
go out
right behind you.
Yeah, man. Diddy and Cassie, man. We got some news for them, man. Sauce Walker, man. He trying to start, and yet another black millionaire with a sexual assault case. But it's been going on for 3 years. I didn't even know about it. Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, man. In tune. That's right here. It's the KKC show. UD.
Hey, auntie.
Hey. I don't know, for some reason, I just get geeked when I get on here. That's what it is. I get geeked up here, boy. I be at our new radio station. I don't be that geek. Right, I don't like that app that they got, man. I can't wait till we transition.
Yeah, we gonna
like
transition. We're gonna be able to be on Facebook and all that.
Yeah.
The only thing with the SAM system is they charge for the airtime or something.
No, it's the demographics of
they charge for different
for your listeners. I don't understand that. Like, why you need my listening audience? Just sell me the program.
Right. Don't worry about that.
You said we're gonna be in with my song?
Yeah, we're gonna be in the show. Every show.
We ain't finna do all these commercials, man. I'm gonna play this song, then we're going right in.
Right. We're doing this on
I mean, we're gonna chop it. We're gonna chop it. We don't want enough time for the interview. We're gonna talk. We're gonna run through a quick.
This is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything that you need to know about the broadcast.
And after this song, we're going right in.
Television, web, podcasting.
They cutting our hours.
Right.
Get mad at us because we doing what we supposed to do, and we the hottest here. Yeah, we done came in and took over in like 7 months, man. It took over.
That energy, man.
Yeah, it's funny, man. No, because we just
with Trap Girl, y'all know what it is. Let's get it. Chi-Town, stand up. You did.
Click, man. It was 3 of us at first. It was me, Ro, Fred, Ro did our own thing. She's doing pretty well with that. We stayed together, make it happen. Now we on my radio Chicago. We're about to leave this platform, which started it all for us. Now we Yes, sir.
Energy go everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, it's one of them days, boy. It's all gloomy outside.
Right.
Man. I'm just trying to see if I can, it work the way we say it. Because they used to our 2 o'clock time. You know what I'm saying? That's why you be out the can you hear and kicked it off. We got fans, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Dwayne Blackman, man, was my fan, Joe.
Y'all look alike. I meant to tell you.
Damn, Joe, we took that picture at the mixer, man. Everybody was like, man, is that your brother? I was like, no, man, ain't no bro, but yeah.
That's
my man. Yeah. He's like, man, I'm a fan. Joe Cool. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it.
He know me already.
I don't know what to say to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right. Thanks for listening. That's what's up. Let's take pictures. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from South Kentucky.
Man, this these young millennials. Yeah, I get it on purpose.
I know.
You listening.
Right. They just millennials, man. But the funny thing is, they're our kids, right? The millennials are our children.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
The next up, you know.
Yeah.
We our futures.
Consider who got up next.
That's scary, man. It ain't looking too good. I don't see no presidents and
No.
general secretary generals and the,
Nah.
you know what I'm saying? They ain't looking good right now.
I'm afraid.
I'm just looking at man. I'm really looking at Lil Nate like.
I'm afraid of, the president.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Man.
That is crazy.
Sensitive, man. I had that sound bed that I'm putting in here too. I want to use our new sound bed. This shit here.
You've already cleared the vote, right?
I took everything. We finna be here. We finna be here. So it's time to go. What the hell? Let's go. Yeah, man. What's going on?
Oh yeah.
HailRazor's in. What's going on, y'all? Peace, love, and hair grease. Oh, I ain't got no hair.
Right.
Hey, my son was talking to me yesterday. He's like, Pops, man, he seen the commercial, the hair club for men.
Right. Black folks don't do that.
I was like, man, I don't care about no hair no more, man. I done did it all. You know what I'm saying? I done had, the only thing I ain't never had was curls and dreads.
I had
I
a
never
curl.
had curls. I done did finger waves, all type of perms.
I had a curl.
We back down. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Yeah. Hey, Ebony Star Williams. Girl, what's up? Everybody listening. You know what's up? AJ Sam.
Is the man.
You ain't ish. I'm the man.
See, Ebony, this is how he does. What he does. His boy, AJ Sam.
It's going down,
Shout out to
man.
Ebony Star Williams.
You
she's
my
so
man,
fine.
Joe. You
I
my
know
man.
are.
You already know what it is.
The world knows that we have like 3 more shows after this.
3 more shows, y'all. You dig what I'm talking about? New time is 3 to 4 p.m. from now on for these last 3 shows. Make sure you are transitioning with us to My Radio Chicago. Go get that Support District Radio out.
Yes.
11 to 1 on Fridays. It's going down. Hashtag what? Basement. You already know.
Yeah.
HailRazor in the building. What's
Yes,
up,
he
man?
is.
What's goody? What's back like
Yeah.
So, man, give him a little introduction about yourself, bro. I met you at the Mixer. We was at the Mixer the other night. Yeah, I'm the newest member of the association.
I don't think you're a member yet, though. I just think you're like honorary. You
That is what you call hate,
You got
folks.
to get blessed in or something.
That's matter of fact, that's not even hate. That's called thug. The hate you gave. Face ass.
So tell us about yourself.
Yes, sir. What's up, HailRazor?
Hey, I'm just another nigga from the hood trying to figure some shit out.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
right.
But
Bleep.
Yeah, please, no swearing.
Oh, it's no swearing.
No swearing.
Oh, okay.
That's all right, y'all. Hey, y'all heard
So
it.
we got to edit.
We're going to get canceled anyway, so, you know. It's
Right.
all good.
All right, so I mean, it just, I grew up dealing with a lot of different things as far as, law enforcement, different things dealing with the law in general. Witnessed, things with people around me, just everyday life. Everybody knows somebody just dealing with something that just doesn't make sense, whether it's, dealing with dealing with child custody, whether it's child support, issues with your driver's license, so it's affecting you from traveling back and forth from point A to point Z, let alone making ends meet to get back and forth to work. We're in a dramatic time that it's financially liquidating our pockets and our people, and we're not able to circulate money amongst ourselves and our community to uplift the people and bring back that so-called Black Wall Street concept. So I focus on the things that the cities and the states and the country is making the most money off our people, and I focus on bringing forth solutions to those problems. You know, so all you gotta do is pay attention to what they're making the most money off of. Those are the things they're penalizing us for. So.
Indeed, indeed. So what is it that you do exactly? Maybe I missed it.
You can call me
for sure you're
like
boss.
a private attorney general.
Gotcha.
I deal with legal issues.
Okay.
You know, so I will be the guy that assists you in producing paperwork. You know, if you have a court case, and or educating you on how to proceed during the court case, how to protect your rights, how to reserve your rights. I pretty much show people how to protect your rights. First of all, I tell you I tell people and reintroduce people what their rights are, and then I teach you how to stand on your rights.
Nice.
You see what I mean? So those two different things. Because we know based on the Bill of Rights what rights that we had.
Right.
You know, we want to relate it to the Constitution, but we don't know how to stand on those rights. So, for instance, the right to travel. They told us we had the right to travel, but how can we get in all these citations and violations and getting incriminated for all these driving violations? Key word, driving. They didn't say you was traveling. They said you was driving.
Right.
And you admitted that you was driving. Guess what? So now you fall up under the driving code. You admitted that you was driving a vehicle. So now you just admitted to the state and the city that you're operating in commerce every time you hop in your vehicle, whether you ride for Lyft, Uber, or a taxi or not. That's when they understand. So you're not driving your personal private conveyance point A to point Z. They put you into the commercial code. Therefore, you have to follow these statutes. That's the country and the cities and the states are controlling the people based on everyday statutes that they're creating out the blue to make more money, and liquidate money out of the people. So we got to understand the word perversion. Travel, driving, two different things. We understand that. We won't be getting boots on our cars. We wouldn't be getting cars, repossessed or towed by the city, by the state. We wouldn't be worried about tickets. We wouldn't be thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of tickets. You know, like some people are thousands and thousands. I'm talking about. I had about $10,000 worth of city of Chicago tickets.
Really?
It's to the point where it's like, okay, you get a ticket. The first ticket is $150. You can't pay that. What they do? They raise it to $300. If I couldn't pay the $150, what makes you so?
Right.
So the system is designed to hinder you financially.
So because we deal with real stuff here, man. My license is jacked. I know what it is I have to do to get it back. So I will call you to assist me with doing that.
Yeah, we will assess the situation. Cause I try to deal in reality. You know, it's a fact that you don't need a driver's license to travel. It's a fact, and I can show you those facts, and I can show you how to exercise those rights. But the reality of the situation, that might not be your best option as of right this very second. It might be a better option to do administrative processes to clear that license up and get you back on the road while we put you in a situation, while we put you in a position to exercise your rights just to travel.
Gotcha.
So you won't be so moving forward, you won't be liable for those same conditions as far as being up under a commercial driver. You see what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So it's like it's knowing both sides of the fence, and based on each individual person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff, man. So can you do anything for Kula's head because it's extremely?
That was real cute.
It's good to have you here, man. He told me so much about you, man. About the mix of everything, it's good to have you.
Yeah, we definitely need
Pleasure to
that.
be here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you came, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I told you, like, hey, we gonna set the date right here, right now.
That's right. I love it. Yeah, he did. He wasn't over nothing.
We ain't finna be playing those. I don't play those games.
Right.
If we said it's it. You know,
That's
I ain't gonna go back and ask nobody. And look at okay, I gotta look at my schedule, but I can change the schedule because I own the schedule. I made the schedule. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
So
You own your time.
Yeah, and the only way we can own our time if we are able to spend less time worried about these retarded issues that are placed in front of us.
Right.
You know, if we didn't have to worry about this bill, this debt, and all this other stuff, we can focus on. And we'll have the money to put into our time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To give us more time, because time is money, money is time.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir. I agree with that.
That's what's up.
You Kula, you had said that you had some questions for my man. So you quiet now? Is that what it is? Are you acting funny now? I said, y'all see he acting real funny. Since we got
I really think something wrong with you.
It is something wrong with you because he's been, I'm telling you, brand new, don't want to, I'm big, I'm Kula now, I ain't got to do. So So you're gonna have to humble yourself.
I don't know where this energy is coming from, where he gets this from. I think last night when he went to that bar, he put something in his drink.
And we had a good. Hey, they had a good. I had a good time too. I didn't get a chance to get up there because I was having a massive headache last night. But J Love Outlaw actually got on the mic, which was super amazing to see him get up there. You know, he's a real introvert sometimes when it comes to certain things.
I mean,
but he got on there today. I mean, last night.
Raphael, what's up,
What's up, Raphael? Yeah, so
Raphael, he always shouting us out.
Yeah,
Shout out to Raphael. You gave him talking about doing his thing.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He in the building. So let me ask you a question about being a diplomat.
Yeah.
How? First of all, what is the criteria for that? I mean,
You have to be a part of a nation and a nation's embassy. So a nation's embassy is ran by its ambassadors and diplomats, and these diplomats play a role as being sort of like, I guess you can call them peace officers, where if the people of the nation have any issues with people, agencies outside of the nation, which is your neighborhood police, your courts, whatever like that, initially these agencies would have to contact your nation's consulate or embassy, and the diplomats and ambassadors will help assist with those issues or delegate those issues. Now the criteria, I mean, I would just say it's the individual person. It's not like, hey, you need a high school diploma or this and that. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's being the type of person.
So I can be a diplomat.
Anybody on the planet can be a diplomat.
So right now, AJ Sand is a diplomat. He just blessed me in to be.
I don't think it works like that.
Nah, it doesn't work like that.
I think you got to be. I think there's a height requirement.
There's definitely a process, and the process is not publicly offered. So a person wouldn't be introduced to that without even being a ranking officer in general. Before the degrees before that.
There's responsibilities.
Oh
to
yeah,
be, of course.
have responsibilities. People, just like people can use that power for good, you can use that power for evil. That destroy the credibility of all of us. So only a few people get that torch. But those are people that have to work to get that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can get whatever you want. So the criteria is to continue doing you.
That's right. So there's no dramatic change.
Nothing dramatic.
I'm
right.
holier than thou now, or I walk a certain way.
I don't think it has nothing to do with religion.
No, not religious, but just you can still be who you are.
I would recommend.
Exactly.
But many people don't.
Right.
I mean, you can't give a person a bachelor's degree these days without them getting pump faking all the time.
Right.
Really?
Speaking of that.
Really?
I ain't like that. Only reason why people even know I have a master's degree is because
you tell me.
I don't tell that. No, I don't. You tell.
I have a master's.
You ain't never heard me say that.
I'm 3 feet tall, and my master's is 20 feet tall.
I don't even say that stuff.
Hey, y'all know how we get out on the thing, man. Don't take this seriously. This is my best friend, man. And, you know what I'm saying? I know, because a lot of y'all be like, man, cool, I like the old AJ so much.
It's all love.
I do this off the air,
right,
man.
Right.
This is my man, Joe.
Right.
He be on me too. He just don't do it as much on the air. Don't let him fool y'all, man.
I get to the end on him, but trust me. Y'all know AJ saying, I get to the end. But it's all love.
So, man, we're going to run through a couple topics real quick, man.
Yeah,
So, Jay Prince, I'm going to talk about that real, we're going to touch and go. So, Jay Prince, man, got down on what's his name? Pusha T. So, I guess Pusha T must have said something. He's doing damage control or something of that nature. So, Pusha T has something to say about Drake's interview with LeBron. Once again, y'all don't know people, man. I think that man is with the mob, man.
Who, Drake?
I'm talking about Jay Prince. He say stuff and that's what it is, man. And he done told my man, he say, man, this is what, I'm trying to talk like him. It's whatever.
That's how it sounds, right? Exactly.
But he's nothing but an ant to us that we can crush at any time.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Those words are very deep.
Ain't they?
How?
That's some stuff how a grown man thinking about it at night. Like,
did he just say I'm an ant?
Did he just call me an ant?
Like, and you can get crushed at any time.
Wow.
I wouldn't even look. I'm
you
done
get crack
with
in
the
your
beef.
house. You're like, baby.
I said, man, that's cold.
Yeah, man.
To come out and to have that confidence. I mean, that speaks volumes.
Yes.
He ain't worried about no backlash. He ain't worried about nothing you got to say. Or people you connected with, we just crush you whenever we feel like it. Woo! On another note, man, Diddy and Cassie,
they're done.
They're done, like her career. But
Do you think?
you know how Diddy be doing, baby? He give you one hit, take that.
Did he put on though?
Well, she had that a couple hits.
Oh,
she
had that he did.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So,
That's the one with the shade. That's where everybody got the,
they got it from.
So 11 and a half years.
Okay.
And he dumped her and he in the saddle with a 26-year-old. A model. We in the jump ship.
Why y'all like them younger?
The game, man.
Right.
The game. We're gonna talk about that too. The game then got itself in some situations, man. Sauce Walker, man, he bringing drama to Cardi B and Offset.
Right.
Why y'all wait till y'all get rich?
Right. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You don't bust down great when you ain't got $1 in your pocket, but you get a couple 20s in your pocket and you just
that's
toughest
That's what HailRazor
motherfucker.
just said. Once they get a little bit of power or plastic power, they think they're big.
And these iganays be itch bays.
Yeah, they are itch bays. And we also gonna talk about the girl, the postal worker.
Yes. We're gonna touch on that. Yeah, we have to.
I'm gonna do the weather and sports.
I'm glad you're letting them know.
We tease them, man. This is called a teaser.
No, that's not what you're doing.
What?
You're just getting on my nerves.
No, I'm saying the weather talk about what we're gonna talk. So shout out to everybody that's watching. Raphael, Ebony Star Williams. Who else is looking at us? Yes. I see y'all looking. I see y'all. We love y'all. We got 3 more shows after this, and I'm telling you, I want.
He gonna keep telling y'all the same ish. Y'all already know. Oh, you can hear me?
There's something wrong.
You can hear me?
There's something wrong. He does this to me every time. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is not rehearsed. It's not. We just acting. This is how we are for real. The man gets on my damn nerve, but I love him. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
I don't even know what I'm saying. This is AJ Sands' last show.
Probably.
He's going to go on to bigger and greater things. He's going on a sabbatical to gain some more inches to his height.
Short man, get all of it.
Y'all keep y'all station locked, man. Windy City Underground, your music, your station, man. Keep it locked. It's KKC show. It's your boy Cool Out 7, AJ Sands, special guest, HailRazor in the building. UD. Six months and even graduated. Play one song, after that we coming right back. We ain't finna do all that 4 minutes of commercials and all that. It'll take up too much of our time.
I can run through this.
We come back, just run through that shit. Then we're gonna get back to HailRazor, throw in some other shit we was gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pack all that shit in 1 hour. You know what I'm saying?
We had a 2-hour show.
But what you trying to tell them why they got a whole ensemble of new students.
Yeah, most of the new students that are coming in, they think they're radio personalities. And so now, since so many of them, they reduced our shows to 2 hours. But me, I'm like, well, first of all, it's cool because we're about to get them out of here. But admissions should kind of deter that because everybody ain't gonna rate.
This is my boy right here, Roy Smooth.
It takes
Jet Master. Roy, what up, boy?
Can't do it. So they reduced our shows. Which is cool. I mean, we out of here. We had a good run. I think we had probably the hottest show in here. But now we're on to the next, so it is what it is. But what they're doing is now they kind of upgrading the school, man. They doing some upgrades to the
Yeah, they
school.
doing a lot. You see how when you walk in on the computer that's right there?
Yeah, that wasn't there.
I don't think they should have put them right there with all the people walking in. But they doing a lot of upgrades,
Yeah,
man. A lot of
yeah,
upgrades. It's cool, but we out of here.
Yeah.
So we really don't care that, okay, y'all taking our hour away. I mean, we came in 7 months, man. We was like in the top 5 and then moved to like the top 3 and 9, the #1 show. So, and now we got picked up in another radio station before we graduated. So we accomplished what we came here to do. So there's no reason for us to even be angry. Okay, we take the hour, phase on out, y'all do y'all thing. We still got access to come here and use all the equipment that we want to. So, you know, ain't no sense of being, you know, I just be joking when I be, but, you know, other than that, man, I'm still be coming up here because,
What location, what other spot?
35th and King Drive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the old.
Seaway National back.
Yeah, we're on the top floor. So we got that. We just left there. We do 11 to 1 there.
And that would be 2 hours.
Yeah, that's 2
Now,
hours.
yeah, that's 2 hours.
But you guys still able to redirect your traffic to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got way more leeway.
We reaching over 250,000 over there.
Sponsors.
Yeah, that's another thing I got to get a lot of people that's in that association.
Sponsor
Black entrepreneurship, be a sponsor.
We got
get commercials on the radio
We
play.
can modify those packages for people.
Yeah, we got full creative control, so we ain't got to just charge them what the
Yeah, he gave us full control. We can do anything we want to do on there, and just again, the sponsorship is the most important.
Yeah, we gotta get that. That's what's gonna make the money come in.
That's how we
That's where that money come in at.
Yeah.
But that that helps us though. You know what I'm saying? It gets our name out there more because we doing more commercials. A lot of people not gonna want to do their own commercials. That's why your shooting and our editing skills come in at. You know what I mean?
You do editing as well?
Cause you guys would do voiceovers?
Yeah, we do voiceovers, edit.
Oh, that's another thing. We doing the commercial and everything. What for me to do the voiceover?
Yeah. It's voice.
Yeah, I use the I have like a staff voiceover artist that gets it done for a little bit, not for whatever. If we don't have a voiceover artist on deck,
Right.
and some people don't even know how to write their own script.
Oh yeah, we write our own scripts.
I write it.
Yeah, we write our own scripts.
Like the commercials you've been hearing, that's stuff.
Yeah, that's another service. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to write their own script.
Yeah.
So for their own business.
Yeah, right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
and that's a part of it that's not in. Well, it's in the package, but we can do their commercials.
Right, you can
write
do
them.
commercials.
Or they can do their own, but like I said, right, a lot of
Just the
people.
audio.
Yeah.
You know, I just paid this amount of dollars for the 60-second commercial, 30-second commercial, which is running. We can pay more for the commercial, and if you have a special guest, somebody live and direct or whatever.
Yeah.
So many different ways you can market.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Love it, man. See, that's
That's what I'm saying, man. This
yeah. And they get to never do
together.
We got to. We need sponsors like ASAP. We need sponsors.
New Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
That's what
what
yeah.
we on. That's what we on.
That's exactly what we want to do.
Yeah.
Media on deck. We
Yeah.
have everything
You gotta sit down and talk, man. You gotta talk. Yeah.
together. I see it. It's the energy.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Hey, Windy City Underground, your music, your station. It's the host with the most, the man with the plan. I don't really like to brag, y'all, but you know that I do. We in the building with special guest, HailRazor, AJ Sand. I'll let your peoples, man.
What, man? I mean, what's
I
up?
don't know about the weather and the traffic.
Oh, right now, I need my music, man. I don't do nothing off your music, man.
Check this out, man.
I need
He's a
my
lame,
stuff.
like straight up lamer.
It's a shame how you.
There you go.
How you
Go on with this old garbage.
Why I gotta be garbage? Why you don't like my music, man?
It's just, that's why you're not gonna have a playlist Friday, because you're gonna bring some crap like that.
I'm AJ Sand with today's weather and sports. Today's cloudy for most of the day. It's raining right now. We have a chance of rain for most of the afternoon, high of about 55 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny with tomorrow, windy showers early, which will clear the afternoon, and that's a 50% chance we'll have a high of 51 degrees and a low of 30. Sunday, clear skies and sunny with no rain in sight, high of 51 degrees and a low of 38. Currently, it is 54 degrees. In sports, Bulls played the 76ers yesterday. They lost with valiant efforts from Zach LaVine. He had 30 points. Jabari Parker had 15 points off the bench. Still with no avail, they did fall to the 76ers 108-127. Blackhawks, Corey Crawford is back after 10 months of recovering from the concussion. He had 27 saves in his first start, and they still lost to the Coyotes 4-1. I know I always get this stuff right there. You stutter a lot, though.
I don't.
Bears are 3-2 in the NFC division. They played Miami last week, and I actually saw that game. It was kind of a tough game, but they lost that game. But they have to get ready for the Patriots Sunday. Game time is at 12 noon. Trubisky did have a good game. He threw for 316 yards. He had 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. I think they better do some more when it comes to the Patriots coming down.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna take that.
That's right. So
take that.
Boston is off to the World Series. They're gonna wait for the winner between the Brewers and the Dodgers.
Brewers.
I said it right. Brewers.
Brewers.
Brewers. You the one can't talk, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
So
Come on, man.
I'm gonna get this in really quick. Entrepreneurs, I had the opportunity of meeting Monique Smith.
Oh, God.
Check out Monique Smith on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. She is the owner of Mosaic Couture, which is jewelry for men and women. She hand makes these jewelry from stones and crystals. And the unique thing about it is it's a healing process. It makes a statement. She uses the stones to help, not she, but the stones help people with their energy and things like that. Not to mention the pieces are awesome. We had the pleasure of sitting with her yesterday and having a conversation. I'm telling you, her business is booming with the jewelry.
Well, we only got an hour, though.
I know we only got an hour. Check out Monique Smith, Monique Couture Jewelry over there in Oak Lawn. If you haven't, if you haven't been to this place called S&G Waffle Shack, go to Gary, Indiana. I went there.
No.
Yes, I went to Gary last weekend and tried this place, and the man is off the chain.
It
Check
must
him
be
out.
new.
Waffles, pancakes, lobster tail breakfast, T-bone steak.
Lobster tail breakfast.
Lobster tail breakfast. Now, just because you don't like it, don't S on it because you don't like it. Because other
Yeah,
people might
you
like
know
it.
what I'm talking about? I used to live in. I just moved from out of there. I don't even mess with y'all out there. I don't mess with none of you Hoosiers.
So his skill is
Lake County can kiss my ass.
I know Lake County's kind of tough. But
Man.
I had the pleasure of having a veggie skillet from there, and I'm telling you, it was off the chain.
You sound crazy.
So check out my man Sidney Givens on Facebook with his restaurant called S&G Waffle House. This news segment is brought to you by Passion Films. I'm AJ Sand with this in the underground. Your music, your station.
Hold up. Okay, so even when you say, this is brought to you by Passion Films, right? That's like sponsorship, right?
Yeah, I
Well,
sponsor that.
Passion, they need to come on with that bread.
What if you got the money?
No, you
I
got the
thought
money.
you
You
was part of
pumping it.
it.
I need that bread about you, Jack.
Something else, man. So there it is.
You need,
Back
man.
to my man.
Yes, sir, Mr. HailRazor. How did you come up with that name, man?
Right, I was gonna ask that.
Because your name is different on social media.
They wouldn't let me put HailRazor.
Are you serious?
Wow.
That's why I put it up under there. On YouTube, you can do it, whatever, but everything. Facebook wouldn't let me change it.
Wow.
Why I say Facebook?
So how did that name come about?
Well, it just turned to HailRazor about 2 years ago.
Okay.
First, it always been called Razor throughout like forever. I started off.
Because you got the razor linings.
Well, now everybody think I cut hair when they see like business cards and stuff like that. But I started on the hip hop stuff. So I made a song called Razor like in freshman year of school, and then everybody started calling me Razor. It stuck to me. So then I started my own businesses. I had a graphic design company, web design, media. So everything was Razor Sharp Productions, Razor Sharp Designs and Media, Razor Sharp everything. You know what I'm saying? So then, like when I got into the legal field and credit repair and stuff like that, I just changed it. I added the Hill in front of it, and first thing people think is the HELL, like the guy with the spikes.
Right.
Right.
I like messing with people's psyche because they need to understand everything is not what it seems to be.
Exactly.
Looking between the lines. So I take advantage of that as much as possible. So it's HAIL. It's hail like hail to the king. So HailRazor. Gotcha.
I got to say, man,
the man is
being a part of this conglomerate, which I meeting my man's here, coming to the school first of all, meet my man's, then meet Generic. Everything has been on the rise. I know a lot of y'all. I'm not finna digress too much. A lot of y'all don't know. I just come home in March. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living my dream. I'm doing everything that I said I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I took a case for my son. You know what I'm saying? But since I've done that, it seemed like everything's just been beautiful. Like coming to that mixer, like you were one of the first people I talked with.
Nice.
And he took me back when he was like, I own my time. That stuck with me all. It's like something a daddy has said. You know how somebody older than tell you something that just stick with you. So that since I met you, I've been saying that shit. I mean.
Believe?
I mean that stuff.
That's okay.
Right.
You're gonna get canceled.
Oh, you couldn't. Okay. Well, he up there now.
You can't hit my man's HailRazor.
She can't now because I know what it is.
Okay.
So now meeting you, and you saying things that you were saying when we had the conversation, man, as far as being conscious with the diplomacy, fine print, reading the fine print, some things like that.
Understand the contracts.
You've like woke me up more, you know what I'm saying, since that night. You know what I mean? And then not being a part of it, you know what I mean? That's just more knowledge. So big ups to the association.
Yes.
Cool on the game. Big ups to you, AJ.
Big ups to
know
you,
what
my
I'm
brother.
saying? Much success, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, now as far as like, okay, for me to be a part of your, you know, to get you, you know, see, I need you for child support. You help me for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everything.
Anything. We try to provide chambers and solutions for the majority of the problems that our people deal with.
Okay.
And like I say, first thing come to my mind is you know, child support.
Yes.
I'm talking about with the cities are making big money.
Yeah, they ain't they?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I figure we focus just on that.
Woo, that's a big one now, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why don't you just make me a diplomat, man?
Alright, here we go.
Right.
Oh, I would bet. Ooh,
Right.
boy, if he had a badge.
Oh, I would be like, okay.
He had a diplomat. Boy, I couldn't shut this boy up.
They got
He be
things.
doing stuff like park illegal parking, putting his badge on the dash.
Oh, man.
I love
He's
that.
gonna take it.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's hot.
Hey, this is a badge, y'all.
That's a diplomat.
badge.
You know what I'm talking about?
Diplomat right
If y'all ever watched, cause you know a lot of y'all don't know, and I ain't talking to y'all that's tuning in, so don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all my people, but you know a lot of us are ignorant.
Yeah.
So let me give y'all something that y'all can relate to. Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
The white guy, diplomatic immunity,
Yes.
and Gibbs, and my man, what was his name? The white boy.
Riggs.
Riggs,
Right.
still shot. You know, he had diplomatic, but that's the one. When he said diplomatic immunity, but he had been saying it through the whole movie all that time. So that's actually what that is.
Wow. It's different levels even
Right.
to that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, okay, really?
Diplomatic immunity is different too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a different, and usually you hear that mostly, like, I don't know if people are familiar with Blacklist, but everybody should be in tune to. Like, you got America's Most Wanted, and they grant him diplomatic immunity, you know, but in exchange, he's turned in all these other, you know, most wanted guys and stuff like that.
You ain't doing that. You ain't.
I mean, it's part
I
of the
can't
package.
tell you what you ain't doing.
Yeah, so, you know, but like, I just want to clarify that, what I don't want to do, I never want to leave room for misinterpretation.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Real talk.
And I never tease people with the go without showing them how far we got to dig. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to take things and run with it or left with assumptions. I want it, to me, well, not to me, period. What I've experienced is that the solution to most of our problems is very simple. But the problem is the people that have the voices and have the platforms and the so-called political power they try to make it seem like it's rocket science, and they want to use all the big words and make things seem all scientific, but it's very simple. The concept, all we have to do is understand the concept. We get lost in between words. Like we go to college, we go to school, you faced with all these classes, all these books and psychology and all this other stuff. Ultimately, to understand psychology, all you need to do is understand the concept of what psychology is, and then you can throw all that stuff away and just live it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people get trapped into the books.
Right.
You know, it's hard to give some people some type of information. It's like they can't move past that. It's not meant for you to stay stuck right there. That's a great manual. It's a great teaching. Did you get the point? Did you get the message? Now move on.
Right,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
right.
it's too much. Knowledge is infinite, just like we are infinite. You know, infinite. So it's like we need to get the concept and move on fast. So it's like, we got like buy our time back, you know, by doing things smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? And that's by opening up the gates to our resources and how we make ourselves. I can't be powerful if I'm not making the people around me recognize that they're powerful as well. You see what I mean? I wouldn't be doing my job, and I wouldn't be able to maintain my power if I don't do what I can to open up your eyes.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Because so now we can start building our platforms, sharing our resources. If I got it, you got it, vice versa.
I like it.
You know,
I need one of them badges.
I got you, man. Hey, we're gonna grab this on eBay right now.
He said on
Bizzle. I'm telling you, and just talking to you, man, I can tell that you're very powerful, and you know your stuff, and I can tell that what the knowledge that you do have, you want to share. You want people to especially us.
Yeah.
You know,
that's good.
To get it, understand it, and live by it.
Shout out to Frank Nitty Burns, Raphael, Ralph Young, Ebony Star. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
You have to say her whole name.
They loving you, bro. You got a fan club over here.
Yeah.
Okay, Ebony Star Williams. Is that better for you?
You got to say the whole name.
Oh, okay.
Who else watching
Want me
me?
to say your whole name?
They watching me.
They watching you?
Yeah. They're not
No, I think they're really watching him.
They probably, you know.
He's the guest. They watching the guy.
They call me, or you.
None at all. So let me run through.
Oh, we talking about the woman who
through the kid. Now Kiara, man. So let's give up real quick, but not like that. Now let's not take things out of context.
That's right.
But Kiara Coles.
Yeah.
She very well may be a family member of mine because she's looking like one of my cousins. Like I'm serious. She looks like Talisa, man. She like my cousin Talisa. Like I wish I could pull. I'm gonna pull a picture up. When we finish, she looks just like my cousin, but she went missing on the 2nd of October. She's a mail carrier. A neighbor's surveillance camera, caught her walking down the street, past her car. So obviously somebody called her, told her they was outside or downstairs or whatever, and she came out because she left her cell phone, all of that, and she had on a work uniform. So obviously she came down, let me see what they want or whatever. That don't take a rocket scientist, or you don't have to be a top grade detective to know that.
Yeah, let me give you some information now. Again, the reward was $25,000. I think it's been raised to $28,000. So the U.S. Postal Inspection Service is offering a reward for up to $28,000 for information leading to the whereabouts of this missing U.S. Postal Service employee, Kiara Coles. Now, she was reported missing. She was last seen Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. And again, if you have any information regarding Ms. Cole's whereabouts, contact these numbers. I'm about to give you the following numbers. Before I do that, now she's 26 years old. She is a black woman. She has tattoos, a heart tattoo on her right hand, and Lucky Libra on her back.
On her back, yeah.
She's 5'4" tall, 125 pounds, medium brown hair. So if you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Ms. Coles, please contact the U.S. Postal Inspection Service at 877-876-2455, or you can call the Chicago Police Department at 312-747-8274. Let's pray for the family of Ms. Kiara Coles. I hope she comes back safe.
And ladies,
she is pregnant, I should say.
Ladies, she is pregnant, 3 months. And ladies, go in groups. Please be careful.
Please.
Take them headphones off while you're out there if you're on public transportation.
Yes.
And if you're outside when it's dark, go in groups. Go somewhere together. Do not be out here by yourselves.
At least be aware. At least
be aware of your surroundings.
You
have to be aware of yourself.
Exactly, man. I see people all the time, even on the bus. I'm taking public transportation, and out of every 10 people that I see on the bus, at least 9 of them, heads are down in their phones, not even paying attention to what's going on.
We got Raphael. He said now they suspect foul play, but no one has been arrested.
Yeah.
Come on, that says foul play all over. Like he said, that's foul play written all over.
Yeah.
You know, come on now. Something is wrong.
Not to throw a stone, but this is a U.S. government postal worker. They need to find her. They need to find her.
And the ante's up. It's now $28,000.
Yeah, it's $28,000.
So we're giving up prayers for the Coles family, which my last name is Coles as well. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna find out. I guarantee I'm calling my grandma in the day, man. Yeah. But nobody's called me or nothing like that.
She's such a pretty woman.
And she looks like one of my cousins. Like I'm serious. Not that I don't know her, because I'm just looking at how close that she looks to my cousin.
She looks like she could be probably one, kin to y'all. Wow. But we're gonna pray for the family.
Prayers. Y'all give up prayers.
And she is expecting a child as well, so we're definitely gonna pray for her child. So let's find this woman.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Windy City Underground. Keep your station locked and tuned. It's the KKC show. make sure you don't move. You know what it is. I know what it is.
Because we're gonna come back and talk to the diplomat some more. I got some questions.
We're gonna talk to the
Off air.
diplomat.
Off air.
You didn't need. Holler at your boy.
Yes. Yes, that girl came up with some. They said it was on her round Cottingham crib. But you said it was somewhere else.
She was around 82nd and Cole. She was 3 miles away from her house. But it's different stories, you know what I'm saying? You know how they go. You know, it'd be so many different, you know what I'm saying? This story will lead this story.
So they suspect foul play. So
now they're suspecting foul play. But have you actually looked out and been diligently looking for this woman?
They could go through her phones. They can find her.
Go
If
through
they
your
really
phone.
want to
Yeah.
utilize the technology they
Come
use
on.
for us.
Exactly.
If they want to, you know, capture one of us, they find they
Oh,
use
they'll find
that.
us the next day. Yeah, they will find us. So I really hope they find that girl.
Especially when using the phone.
Well,
Yeah.
this right. So
Somebody called her. She said, "Oh, I'm finna come down." I said, "I bet you. I'm finna come down now." She still had on her uniform. I can't see her just leaving out.
Well, she probably had the iPhone, the latest
yeah,
phone, whatever.
they can whoever called her, whoever they gotta go through the list and go to them people's houses. They can find anybody they want to with no problem. You know, so I really hope I really hope that she's all right.
So she was actually still out on duty.
According to again, this is hearsay. She had her uniform on. She left her cell phone in the house. Somebody called her. She came out to meet the person, and that was the last time they saw her. This was October 2nd. So it's it's tough. It's tough because all they gotta do is go to her social
I know you
media,
know I'm the shit,
her
yeah.
phone, find out everybody through her phone, go to their crib, question. Man,
I know you know I'm the shit. Yeah, it's my son rapping. Well, my stepson.
that's like I was about so quick. Man,
I don't gang bang with my niggas too. I'm out here. Well, that ain't got it. Boy, I love this song. These little motherfuckers got some bass. You know what I'm saying? What you back here doing, bro?
you pulling a damn cord out. It's gonna come out the socket. It really ain't gonna be on there.
Man.
Another thing people got to get on back on point on is credit. You know, establishing and understanding credit. Establishing a person, leveraging that to establish the business credit. Keep using our cash money. Like, you know, other people ain't doing that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Your social is actually a bank account.
Some people are scared to check their credit score. Literally.
I don't know.
A lot of I credit repair company too. So it's like I've met several people that has been scared to check their account. They automatically assume they have bad credit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's another psychological type of disorder we have.
Real quick. We back. We back, y'all. We back.
Before the end of this run here, I'm gonna write a rap to that beat, and I'm gonna say it. I can't freestyle, but I'm gonna say it. I think I'm gonna
I can't wait to hear
last
this.
show.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's gonna be dope.
I can't wait.
I'm not a rapper like you, man. You can write and freestyle and think of stuff. I can do the same thing, but it takes me days.
I appreciate it, man.
takes me
I'm
days.
really not a freestyler. I'm a writer, but yeah, I'm in it. I'm a beast. But man, it's not enough about me.
We ain't gonna talk about you.
Yeah, let's
We
talk
talk
about that
about
dome.
My head is dope.
No, we got HailRazor, Windy City Underground, your music, your station. It's the KKC show. Cool Out 7, the Chi-Town Don, AJ Sand is in the building. Special guest, my man, my association brother. You dig what I'm talking about? HailRazor.
God, brother.
Yep, I sure am. Now, I'm very happy.
That's
Yeah.
good, man. That's good.
Frank. Happy.
I've been trying for some time now.
Well,
I
obviously
guess
it's just It's just not me. No, we good. We don't need no more.
J-Love Outlaw, what's up, man?
No, J-Love, he good. He
tell
on
my mans, I've been trying to do this for months.
We don't want. We good. We straight.
Kulak get in.
I'm there, so he's straight. So don't worry, because I'm Kulak.
Whatever.
You
Kulak
can't deny the energy you feel with me. I'm a good guy, man.
Mixer, he's
you know
in.
What
I've been trying to
You paid off the door, man.
So we were just having some nice conversation with our guests here, and we touched on credit and how important it is to know it, establish it, and understand it.
Get
so
your
we'll
credit fixed.
Yeah, get your credit fixed. I'm doing that as well. And trust me, y'all, we real. My license is bogus. I'm getting it fixed. My credit, I'm getting it fixed. So don't think we just.
Oh, my fault, y'all.
We ain't real on the show. My credit is.
It's Jack.
It ain't.
I don't even care about it.
We just talked about that.
I just make a new.
So HailRazor, give us some knowledge on what credit is, how to understand it, and how to maintain it.
So for the record, I'm for my people, but I'm for all people.
Of course.
Okay.
I don't want to consolidate that or limit ourselves, because we have to connect with all people in order to, reach a certain level of prosperity and success. So, but our people are the most ignorant towards credit. We either scared to check it. Some people actually have good credit, or these credit don't even know, but they've been conditioned to believe that they don't qualify for anything. Or been taught. I was taught, like, if you ain't got cash, if you can't buy cash, don't buy it. See, we don't supposed to be spending our hard-earned money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we do to obtain that capital, we supposed to utilize the credit of the country. That the country revolves off. It has no money. It's been bankrupt since 1933. So why are we spending our money? We supposed to be spending other people's money, which is the banks.
Go back. Since 1933.
Since 1933, the country been bankrupt. Google the redemption movement.
Okay.
They tell you when the United States confiscated the gold and the silver, which is which is the real money, which we use in commerce to purchase things throughout the country and the world. They took that, and in return they gave us the Federal Reserve note, which is the IOU debt dollar bills, the dead president. They're dead presidents for a reason, because it's dead. It's not money. It's not real. It's not authentic. It has a value for one reason, because we believe it has value. That's it.
Wow.
And it becomes a performance bond. So understanding bonds and like commodities, stocks, bonds, stuff like that.
Right.
A performance bond means that you're going to do something to obtain that capital, to bring it back to the return principle, to the initial person that issued the bond. So if I give you $1 bill, if I give you a loan for $5,000, you're going to pay me back in a year. That's a performance bond, that contract, because you're going to perform to pay me back that capital within a duration of a year. So you perform it to do it. Whether you come to work, whatever like that, you perform to do it. So now back to the credit. Credit, we need to understand this. I don't do anybody's credit anymore. I teach people how to do and maintain their own credit. Because if you fix somebody's credit today, if they don't understand credit, they're gonna destroy their credit again. And managing somebody else's credit is like managing somebody else's financial life. You know what I'm saying? It's our responsibility to build and maintain our own credit. Understand this: the credit bureaus do not own us. Remember this: we never gave them consent to manage our affairs for us. We never gave them permission to report those car loans or those negative items on our credit. So because of that, we can go in there and challenge the contract and dispute the contract based on the contract that they said we had. I never gave you permission, but they took permission based on the fact that the use of the Social Security number. The Social Security number is a tracking device. That's the 9-digit code. If anybody watched The Matrix, that's what all the numbers was that was scrolling across the screen. See, at the end of the movie, the numbers stop. When you stop, look at it again. It's 9-digit numbers, all in category sequences. Black, white, Caucasian, different categories. People. That's how they categorize the person. They categorize you based on zip codes and stuff like that too. Like if you say you're from Rose and Inglewood and stuff like that, you try to apply. You can have decent credit. And you know what I'm saying, it's decent enough to get something back in return. But when they ping that zip code, they're like, oh no, you in a rural area. You know what I'm saying? Your chances is gonna be limited based on your area. because they try that area. If it's poor, if it's in poverty, the system, the matrix within that system needs that to maintain its poverty. You see what I mean? It's not meant for it to be, you know, for money to be circulating around and people to uplift themselves financially. It's not meant. No, they might. But they just gonna open up a few more churches and liquor stores. That's the best interest to keep the balance.
In our neighborhood.
In their mind, that's a balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's enough money for everybody to be okay because it's enough wealth in the world.
It is.
And people working every day.
So and I'm gonna switch gears and come right back to that. With this lottery thing, right? We talked about $970 million. If I were to win the lottery right now, what would you suggest some of the things that I should do first? Thinking from just being smart.
Sign the check over to me.
The first.
Sign
it over to him.
Right.
Or definitely protect the money. So you protect that money by either the best is always offshore banking, but we gotta understand international business to get that. But I got ways we can get that. But immediately, okay, everything we do is business. So first thing we gotta do is separate the business from us. We gotta stop using that social security number, because you got, say you got child support, you got a huge debt with the city department of what's the name for the tickets, whatever like that. Those give the the city probable cause to tap into your account. So if you win $1 million, you put that in your account. Oh, they gonna start making. They gonna know you had that money. They know you got that money. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna know when you make that deposit. And if you any deposit over $10,000 in the bank it's in the contract for them to notify these authorities. So they gonna so whoever you owe, they gonna be like, I'm knocking at your door, because they own that number because they issued it to you. So you gotta slide it. So you can obtain the funds. You go to Carla, you can obtain the property with the social, but you transfer it out and pass it to your trust. And the trust is nothing but the number you're using. Just like we get EIN number when we start a corporation,
right.
We get a particular type of EIN number that's foreign to the corporation, which is the United States. So once you buy it, you use, it's like Neo and Mr. Anderson. You use Mr. Anderson, he's a public figure that goes in there and does typical things. He's a regular, citizen or whatever like that. You use him to go in there and get it, but you use Neo to protect it, bring it right back to Zion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go back to that payphone, tell Morpheus, hey, so anything attached to that number, they don't own and control that number.
So there is some, and I always thought this too, there is some validity to the Matrix.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, the Matrix is one of the top, if not the best movie to show you exactly what's going on in the world. But you have to watch it 1,000,000 times, because you're gonna get, anytime I need any answers, for the most part, I go back to the Matrix, either part 1, 2, or 3. Recently, I've been driven to go back to part 3, and part 3 was never really struck my interest as much as part 1 till now in my life, because I'm going through different transitions. And part 3, Neo is stuck inside the train station, which symbolically he's stuck in limbo. You're trying to figure out how you're accomplishing stuff. You're doing this. What's something I need to be doing? Something that's not be able to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So you're trying to figure it out.
Right.
The Matrix, yes. When they plugging up that cord in the back of his neck, I know he wake up and say, I know Kung Fu, because we can receive information that quick. You don't have to read the whole book to understand the concept. The second you understand the concept, you can move forward. That's how quick we can calculate things. If we get out of the illusion and trained mind frame of them teaching us that we only use 10% of our brain, we only gonna use it because we believed it. I'm only right sided. I'm a right side brain. I'm the left brain. That don't even make sense.
Because they're good at planting seeds in people,
Exactly.
especially unconscious.
Exactly.
Okay. Powerful brother, man.
Powerful.
So you a part of the association. You ready for this type of power, man?
Yes, I am.
Don't be acting funny, man.
I won't act funny, man. I ain't gonna act funny. I got you, man.
You got me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
give
got
one jewel for everybody that got third party debt.
Yes.
Remember this, if you got third party debt, meaning that you had a debt for a while, typically, our people, we got a debt, we can't pay it, we just don't pay it, whatever. Ignore it, right? It keeps coming in the mail, put it in a pile. Understand this, the second you get addressed by a third party, your debt has already been paid. And you owe me $20,000. He come pay it. But now he coming to you, harassing you for the $20,000. Like,
Collection agency.
acting like he's a representative for them, for me. You know what I'm saying? you paid my debt and actually thanks, give them a thank you letter. Thanks for paying my
Right,
debt.
right.
So the first letter they gonna send you is a validation letter. And that
Send
first
it back.
notice is gonna say send it back. It said at the bottom of the contract, if you don't comply and deny these allegations listed above within 30 days, we're gonna assume is a legal word.
Right.
So we scared to readdress these people. Yeah, this is invalid, incorrect, and I don't owe you. And until you can prove that I owe you, dismiss, case dismissed. They can never prove it because they can never show you a contract saying that you agreed to pay them back.
Woo!
Period.
Y'all better get this game. Boy.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get to the crib. I'm gonna go through every bill I got.
So real quick, man.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you feel about bankruptcy? A lot of us filed for bankruptcy. I'm one of them.
Bankruptcy gives us the answer that we can discharge debt and that we are the creditors, because we give them the whole stack of paperwork they get us to sign off on to do, and the next day they give us this number, they say, oh, okay, all debts are paid. They just took the power that we had and they utilized it for themselves. They string us along. But bankruptcy really only costs a couple $100, if that. And you can go right down there and get, if you wanted to go that route.
Right.
If we just want to be basic and technical, no, we don't gotta get nothing deep. If you want to file your own bankruptcy, go right to the source and get it done. You know what I'm saying? And pay it off. They're going down there and making a payment plan, putting down $50 and having a payment plan for 3 years and have you pay them $150 a month. They finessing.
Finessing like a mug.
Finessing, you know
That's
what
why
I'm
I don't be getting y'all no
Now,
money.
we don't need to do bankruptcy because we go do bankruptcy because what? Some destroying the credit, or this is that, or driver's license is the big reason why. I did a bankruptcy because I had to go to court with my license or something, or I was gonna get locked up again for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like under duress, stress. I'm like, sign where? We're not reading those. If we read those documents, we'll see how we give them the power of attorney. And they always tell us we going to court. You ever been through a bankruptcy process?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They always talk about, say the word court. Have you ever seen a judge?
Nope.
It's no judge. There's no. it's nobody.
I ain't never seen a judge. Never been to court. They just send papers saying, okay,
And
you
they
do this, you pay this, you pay that. And at that point now, I'm not even doing it anymore because I knew it was something out there or somebody out there that could help me in a different way.
It's a big game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a big game.
I'm learning
And
that.
once we understand the game, we can take over.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Well, it's man.
This one little 1 hour be going.
I know it goes.
Powerful man. My
Yes.
man HailRazor in the building, man. I appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
day. Appreciate you.
I would like to see you again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? I already know, we bro. You know what I'm saying?
And associate. Hey, Wolf. Hey man.
Hey, Wolf of Chicago. Hey.
Wolf of Chicago. That's my man.
Wolf,
That's my
Wolf,
man.
Wolf.
Look.
You got one of the guys from the gang, man. We don't need no more. I'm good.
How is he gonna come
I
out?
don't need nobody. Look,
I'm gonna talk to J Love Outlaw.
no, ain't no that.
Say
Jay, ain't none that.
That's all right, man. So man,
Yeah. What up,
another
bro?
great show, right?
Man, another great show. We
Yes.
thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Thank HailRazor for coming down, man, spending some time with us, getting us a little game, man, giving us a lot of game. Ain't no little nothing about what he just talked about.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And make sure y'all transitioning with us, man. We're going to My Radio Chicago. Go get the Sport District Radio app.
3 more shows.
Download
baby.
that at My Chicago. Y'all already know 11 to 1. It's the KKC show with Kula in the game, man. So we appreciate y'all. Dashika, Ralph, Ebony, Frank Nitty, all y'all, Bobby. Man, appreciate y'all. Janelle the Brand, Yolanda Carter.
Yes.
You need all our fans out there. Kaya Love, Sean D, Don T. How you say it?
Sean Don T.
Oh, Sean. That sure sound like my name.
What y'all the only Don, though, man?
I'm the Chi-Town Don.
Well, she's the Don T, man. You know, it's a lot
She the
of
Don of the T's.
Her name is Sean Don T.
Man, why you gotta get so aggressive about her name,
So
Joe?
you want me to say your name, right?
Armand.
No, that's the other guy.
Oh, okay. Man, thank y'all for tuning in, man.
We on our way, J Love Outlaw.
You did. We about to slide through up on you, you know what I'm talking about? Roll up. You did. What is it? Your music, your station?
Play your song.
Oh yeah. Wait. Your music, your station. We out of here.
Peace,
You
y'all.
did.
Love you.